The way I want to start this video is I'll roughly do an outline of a room. So, say that's your room. You've got one light in the centre, and then you've got a light switch over here. That's your light. That's your switch. You want a second light switch in to be able to control the same light off another light switch over here. For this video, feed from the switchboard. I'm just going to be using this 3-pin plug. As with every lighting circuit, you'll have a feed coming into the back of the flush box, and then you'll also have a cable running from the flush box out to your light fitting. So power comes in, goes through the switch, and then out to your light here. Simple as that. To add a second switch in, we'll need just one cable going between these two switches here. And for that cable, you're going to need this yellow TPS, red, white, blue, and that will simply run between the two switches. Okay, so first I'm going to start off and terminate this batten holder. This here, this light fitting, we call a batten holder. We've got two terminals here. Red cable goes into one of these, either one, doesn't matter, and the black cable comes out of the other. So make sure you got red and black in these two. This green one here, you can put the earth cable in, you can just screw it in there, you don't have to terminate it. This is double insulated, it's plastic. And then on the other end here it says loop, means that this here acts like a connector. So you can just join any two cables together and screw them into here, and it's not going to affect the light fitting itself. It's just simply an extra slot for putting cables in. Terminate the batten holder, simply strip the cable back, red, black, green. Now if you want to learn how to terminate these, check out my other video on it. So I'll run you through this with fitting a cable into it. First of all, we'll unscrew these. So red goes into one of these two, black into the other. Make sure you're screwing down onto the copper of the cable, not the insulation. And then do the old pull test. Don't over tighten them either. I'll probably say that every video. So that there is the batten holder fit off. Okay. This switch here is going to be the start of the two-way. So you see the numbers 1, C, 2 and loop. As I was explaining before, the loop terminal is simply for connecting cables in. It has absolutely nothing to do with the switch itself. So you can put any cable ends in there that you need to connect up, whether you're twisting all the earths together and stuffing them in there or all the neutrals. The C stands for common. That there is where you put the red cable that comes from the switchboard into, plus the ones that loop out to supply other switches on the same circuit. Now the number 1 terminal here is the one you'll generally use all the time for switching a light on and off. So you put the red cable that goes to your light fitting in this. Now all the black, the neutrals, you twist them all together, put them in a connector. All the greens, the earths, twist them all together and put them in a different connector. The number 2 on this is just for two-way switching. That's the only reason you'd use number 2, because what happens is the switch is turned off right now. When you turn it on, it allows power to go from the C and come out the 1 terminal. Now when we turn that off, the power's going into C and it stops. But with the number 2 terminal, it's the opposite. So when we've got the switch turned off, power's coming into the common, into C, and power is going out of number 2. When you turn the switch on, it switches it over, so power's now coming out of number 1. That's how all of these switches work. So when it's in the on state, number 1 is live, number 2 is dead. When it's in the off state, number 1 is dead, number 2 is now live. Anyway, moving on. So what we're going to have to do here for this two-way circuit is we'll get rid of this plastic barrier over the number 2 terminal. And because this is going to be the other switch, two-way switch, we'll do the same on that. Right, first thing, obviously loosen these terminals up a wee bit. Now what we'll do is we'll strip back all these ends so we've got copper exposed. Obviously this cable here is not a true representation of the cable colour that will be going to your switchboard. So it'll be exactly the same as this, with red, green and black. So the equivalents of flexible cords, the blue here is the neutral, green is earth, brown is phase. So we're going to be using that for the feed from the switchboard into the switch. Okay, so now that I've stripped all of the cores back, I'm going to do the easiest part first, which is getting the neutral that goes to the light fitting and the neutral that goes back to the switchboard, and twist them both together. And I'll put them into a connector. Now these could go into that loop terminal in the switch, that loop terminal there. They could perfectly go in there alright, but I always use connectors. They're much easier to deal with when you've got multiple cables and trying to push the switch back into a flush box. Right, cool, neutrals are done. Now same again with the earths. So that's the green cable from the switchboard and the green cable going to the light. Twist them together and I'll put them in the loop terminal just to demonstrate it. So as I say, you don't need to use the loop terminal. You can just put them in connectors if you've got them available. But for the purpose of this video, so we've still got 5 cable ends left over. Now what we're going to do is we've got this end here from the switchboard, which is our live, which would usually go into the C, and then this one here going to the light would go into the 1. Now that's if you were doing a single switched circuit. This is a bit different. This is a two-way circuit. So instead of that, we're going to get our switchboard feed cable, the red cable going to the switchboard, or in this video the brown one. And what I want to do, I want to get the white core of the cable going to the second switch and twist these two together. Rightio, so that there, we will now screw into the number 1 terminal on the switch here. Now we're down to 3 ends. So what we want to do for the next one is we'll do the C, which is the common. And what we're going to use for that is the red core out of the cable going to the second switch. So this red cable here will now go into the common, into the C, and we'll screw that up. And then the last two, so the red one that goes down to the light fitting, and the blue core that goes to the second switch, twist those together and screw them into number 2. Alright, so a quick rundown on what we've just done. We've got the cable from the second switch, and we've put the white in 1, the red into C, and the blue into 2. We've got the red from the one going to the light fitting, and that's gone into number 2 with the blue cable. And then we've got the brown, which would usually be your red, from the switchboard into number 1 on the switch with the white that goes to the second switch. Other than that, the neutral from the switchboard and the neutral from the light fitting are twisted together into a connector, just the same as the earth from the switchboard and the earth from the light fitting are screwed into a connector. So that there is the hard part done. So now we're going to do the wiring of the second switch, and this one's pretty straightforward. So again, we've got our 1, 2 and C, and as we did with the first one, we put white into 1, so we'll do that again on this switch, red into C, and then blue into number 2. So again, what we've just done, white in 1, red in C, blue in 2, and that's your second switch done. Now the 2 of these light switches will control this one light fitting. This is just for a demonstration, so don't try it at home just having bare cables sitting exposed. always have them covered, either in conduit or inside the walls. And now we'll plug it in the wall. Remembering this here is the feed to the switchboard. So what we'd have is we'd have the phase, and that would go through a circuit breaker. We'd have a neutral, which will be wired to the neutral bar, and an earth wired to the earth bar. All I'm doing here is using a socket circuit that's already been wired into the switchboard to power our circuit. Flicker on. Okay, sweet. Now I'll demonstrate what we've done. So this is our master switch. We'll switch this light fitting on, and now we'll turn it off again. So that works fine. Now the second one here, if we flicker on, it's going to turn this light on. Now we've also got to test that they work with each other. So we'll turn this one on, turn it off with this one, on with this one, off, on, and off. So it's wired perfectly. So these are quite common to use in your lounge, where you want one light switch by the front door and one light switch by the kitchen. They're quite common in your bedrooms, where you might want to switch by the door and then another switch by the bed, so you don't have to get out of bed and turn the light off all the time. But that's it.